currently on our way down to Milford Haven, to the Marina there. We have some friends in the Marina we're going to visit, but we're also in discussion with them about moving Kipper into Milford Haven Marina. Now, for the last year and a half thereabouts, we've been in Neyland Marina, and in fairness, it's been all right. You know, it's quiet, very quiet, but there's less and less in the area as far as facilities are concerned. It's always a trip in the car to get anywhere, and it looks set to be more and more so that way as time's going to go on here. But as far as the main issue for us really in Neyland is that where we are positioned on the berth, absolutely everything comes past us as they come in and out of the marina, which is something of a pain in the butt, to be honest with you, because some are very considerate and they think about the wake and what have you, and others don't really seem to care very much, and progressively get closer and closer. So when we get a spring tide there, like this, we often find that boats are actually missing us, you know, at a very uncomfortable proximity, really. But like I say, we're going to go down to Milford now and have a look at facilities there. It's a little bit cheaper, which is useful, which gives us a little bit more sort of resources to actually use on improvements with Kipper.
Well, on our visit, this is one of the berths that was being suggested to us. Unfortunately, we later had to rule it out on the basis that it was a bit too small for us, and as you can see, it's got a damn great stanchion in the way as well, so that doesn't really help our cause with a boat the size of Kipper. However, one thing we could definitely agree on was that we'd reached a point where Kipper really needs to come out of the water. As you can see, it's actually looking like bikini bottom under there, so it's really now time to get her out of the water, give her a good scrub down. And there was a good deal in the offing at Milford Haven for helping us do that at a reasonable price.
Okay, so here we are back at Kipper, and we're here to do some more varnishing. It's now been finalised. We're moving the boat from Neyland to Milford Haven Marina later this month, so how that's going to pan out, we'll keep you posted, obviously.
Well, quite simply, it didn't. We started getting lots of little problems. Just one of them was some pretty big tides. Big tides in themselves, not too much of a problem, but I'll explain as we go. Of course, given the time of year, you're going to get days where the weather just doesn't want to play ball. We're looking at a massive tidal range right now. This is the tide in, and some good breezes to follow. And then, when the water goes away again, this is what we're looking at. Big tidal ranges in themselves aren't really an issue for us, but the problem for us was the tidal window at Milford Haven, given the lock times. And of course, this time of year as well, not much daylight, so that was another factor. So we were going from like this with the tide in to this with the tide out. Well, we thought we'd got everything just about right, then the weather decided not to play ball. at last things were looking about right for us, so we came down the evening before and decided we were going to spend the night on Kipper, ready for an early start next morning. Unfortunately, it looked like Kipper had also decided she didn't want to go either. She totally refused to run in gear. So we bled out the fuel system just to have a look, and as you can see, there's one hell of a lot of air in there. So there's a problem.
Okay.
Well, one thing's for sure, we ain't going no place.
Okay folks, well, here we are back on dry land, if you want to call it that. Profusely raining, of course, but the plan at the moment is to see if I can sort out the issue with the fuel. At the moment, unfortunately, it's a case of digging into things and seeing what's going on, really. But one thing I did notice yesterday was that some of the seals, the O-rings, weren't looking too clever on the primer pump, so I'm going to sort of start my sort of line of investigation there and see what happens. Okay, so here's the root of the problem. This is the primer pump here, and you can see, as I say, this has had a little bit of a hard life by the looks of it, so it's not brilliant, but the seals in question are the ones here. For example, you can see this slight protrusion there of an O-ring, and this one, interestingly, is different because it's got a washer arrangement. But what we'll do is we'll have a look at both of them and see. Okay, so let's have a look at this one for starters. My workbench is cool, isn't it? It's at the top of a bloody fridge. Okay, so the O-ring in question is here. It looks like it's had some sort of sealer put on it already. Shim in that one. This one. Okay, so here we are again, folks. The new pump has arrived. Stroke filter, primer, pretty much is put together now. So the idea is really tomorrow to go down, put it in situ, and see if that's going to work. It will mean bleeding the system afterwards, and we'll get a pretty good indication straight away whether we're getting air in the system. Because prior to changing this we definitely were, so hopefully that will improve things, and we'll see whether it actually helps sort the problem. If not, we've at least eliminated that as the source of the problem. productive morning, so quite happy about that. All we need now is the weather to get out and try this thing properly. As Tom Conleth says, always leave your boat clean and she'll always be pleased to see you. Probably some truth in that, actually. So remember what he says, or he'll come around and bite your nuts off. So take my advice, keep your boat clean, hang on to your nuts.